listeners, I hope you all enjoyed that last news bulletin. More information on that previous story at 11 Eastern Standard Time. So it could be as early as 3 in the afternoon if you're in California. And to all our listeners in California, good morning. And for the rest of you, good evening. However, dear listener, it is important I mention morning, for our friend in tonight's tale is just starting his day, and he works the first shift at the post office, so it's definitely morning for him. Although I suppose he could be getting ready for his shift at a second job, and maybe he works nights someplace other than the post office. We haven't really fleshed out his schedule, but please, listener, be aware that our friend for the evening is a Mr. John Johnson, a mild-mannered postal worker by day and a mild-mannered person in general by night. I wonder what cruel twist of fate shall befall him. Why, he's so much like you that I wonder if the Slanted Hallway isn't so much writing a story, but rather forecasting your very future.
I'm awake. Damnable alarm clock. What's this? 4 a.m. My alarm is set for 4:30s of the clock. But then, a phone call for me? Oh, joyous day. Hello?
I'm calling from Union Federal State Credit and Sons. Sir, are you aware that you're 3 months overdue on your gas bill?
Oh, of course. Who else? Well, I'm up anyway. What shall it be for breakfast? Let's see here. I do have a powerful hunger. Why, I could eat a whole loaf of bread and a full jar of the finest jelly money could buy. Oh, who am I kidding? I'm no wealth man. I suppose I should stick to routine anyhow. A crust of bread buttered with sawdust it shall be. But perhaps toasted? No such luxuries are reserved for Christmas. And besides, it's like the old saying goes, if you break your routine, your mother will die. Doesn't explain why she went, though. Oh, just my luck. Another week of constant, dreary rain. They should put some good news in these things. Postman becomes millionaire. There's a headline for your newspaper. Why don't you report that? Oh, what's the point? And step, and shake, maraca, and step, and puddle, and step, and I'm at work.
Johnson, you are late.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir.
Let this be a warning to you. We can't have you coming in late for the first time in 20 years. What's next? Another late day in 10 years?
It won't happen again, sir.
See that it doesn't then. The mail never stops.
I'm sorry, sir, but it's just the rain. Slowed me down some.
Too bad, Johnson. It's covered in the cream. What's next? Are you going to be slowed by the gloom of night?
Never, sir. Never.
All right, then get to work.
Hey, look over there.
What is it? I'm trying to do whatever postmen do. Sort mail, I guess.
It's that old guy, John...
Johnson?
Yeah, look at him, the old bum. He just sits over there all day licking stamps. Old geezer never got a promotion?
They tried to make him postmaster of this very office, but he just freaked out and demanded he go back to stamp licking. They tried to make him senior stamp licker, but he refused that too.
Jeez. What a loser. Wants to mess with him?
No point, he doesn't even notice. One time he moved his desk to the roof, and he just walked right out at the end of the day. Last week, someone set him on fire, and he just kept licking stamps till the extra saliva put out the flames.
God. Could you imagine being that guy?
Probably, but I've never tried. Oh, great, now I'm doing it. Let's go over there and give him a piece of our mind.
Now you're talking my language. Hey, Johnson! Johnson! I says, hey! Johnson!
What'd I tell you? Nothing matters to this lump.
Oh, yeah? Yoink!
My stamps! Oh, you little demons, please unhand my stamps! When am I to lick if not my stamps?
Listen here, you. I don't even know why I don't like you, but I don't.
You disgust me.
Yeah, maybe that's it. You gross me out with your terrible worn-out uniform and your bad comb-over.
Not to mention your old worn-out boots.
Yeah, your boots. They're so full of holes your socks soaked up the rain and dragged it on in here.
Oh, I thought that was just their natural moisture dripping all over the place.
What, are you crazy? Look at those things.
Well, maybe they are a little worn in the toe.
Guy, the toe cap has come completely off the sole.
And the heel, it's so blown out I thought you had spurs on.
Oh my, yes, you're right. And if I must confess, these aren't even laces. Just a few garter snakes that shimmied their way through the holes.
God, you're so miserable. I'm starting to pity this guy, Ivan.
Yeah, I feel a weird amount of guilt over all of this. Come on, Alicia, let's ditch this bum. Hey, buddy, how about you go see a cobbler?
A bottomless pie. One could only imagine.
No, a shoesmith.
Oh, right. I forgot why you were mocking me.
Well, this is a tricky situation. A particularly slanted tale. A destitute stamp licker in need of a new pair of boots. But how will he ever afford them? Surely, listener, there must be some way he could solve the problem. Maybe a deal with the devil. Maybe he'll turn to a life of crime. All will be revealed in time. Maybe, just maybe, this will be the one time the Slanted Hallway slants towards fortune rather than his wife. Do you get it? Like misfortune, which sounds a little bit like you're saying misfortune. Not misfortune the word, but misfortune as if there was a person's name. Although in that case it would be Mrs. Fortune, which doesn't really work. Anyway, let's go back to the story. Oh, Fortune's daughter!
You know it's not the making tuna salad I hate, it's the fact that you never ate it.
Well, that's your own fault for making sandwich food. You know how much I like to graze.
You can't graze tuna fish?
You can, but you end up with sticky fingers. And if you don't wash right away, everything smells of old fish.
Well, fine then. Consider this your last chance to graze before it gets tossed out the window.
I'm sufficient. Chuck it right out the window. Take this rotten leather with you.
I will. I'm just going to grab these afters and cream pies.
Thank you. I'm not sure what went wrong with that leather. I don't think it was tanned properly. The last set of shoes I made rotted and shriveled like a corpse.
Smell just as bad too. I swear it's like I can still smell them in here, like it's drifting up the stairs.
I know what you mean. It's like that horrible little thing won't just go away. Those poor shoes. Could you imagine anything, I mean anything, more foul and wretched than the sight of that rotting leather?
Hello?
Oh God, it's him.
Oh, it's a customer.
Customers have money.
Well, maybe this time it will.
It does. Or I do. And it happens more than I thought.
See?
Yes. God really is smiling upon me today. Why, just as I was about to enter this shop, I was showered with pies from the heavens.
Yeah. You sure are lucky. Anyway, how can we help?
Well, you see, it's my boots. I need them to be repaired.
Oh, that should be no trouble at all. Now, where are they?
Well, they're boots. They're on my feet.
Oh, I thought you just painted your feet black.
I did that as well.
Well, they really are in a bad state.
I like Wisconsin fine. The winters are a little rough, sure,
I
but...
mean, they're irreparable. You need to have new shoes made, and at once.
Well, surely a patch would suffice.
And to what would I attach the patch? The chicken wire sole or the band-aids covering the toe?
Well, you're the expert, so I guess that really is up to you.
No. New shoes.
All right, okay, then we agree. We fix these old ones.
I meant no, as in I won't repair them, and then I was restating the need for new ones.
Well, all right. If we're just going to spend a bunch of time repeating ourselves, I'll take my money elsewhere.
You would first need money to take with you.
Please, my beloved and at the same time estranged wife, allow me to handle this. Mr. Johnson.
I never said my name.
Oh, you're still in your uniform. The uniform I repaired and sold your name into.
Oh, right.
Mr. Johnson, if you take one more step in those boots, they'll split in half.
Shows what you know. I'll go to a quality cobbler, one who actually repairs a shoe.
What did I tell you?
You were wrong. It's hardly in half. It's more of a 70-30 split. But I suppose you're right. It's time for a new pair. What will it cost?
Well, in order to determine that, I'll need to take some measurements. Mrs. Petrovich, my wife, grab my foot measure.
It's called a ruler.
No time for politics, Mrs. Petrovich. There's shoes afoot.
Well, now hold on.
Ah, you have the perfect size foot for a man. Woman's line.
Now, just wait a minute. How much is this all gonna cost?
Oh, well, the measurement's free, but the shoes, well, they'll be the finest I've ever made. Much nicer than the ones you had, even when they were brand new.
Look, now I don't think any of this. I can't imagine.
$40.
$40?
The materials alone will cost that much. Believe me, I'm giving you a very good deal on what is sure to be the finest pair of boots ever worn by any man. Ever. Why, sir, I say here and now that after this, you'll never have to buy another pair of boots in your life.
But I've only got 20 to spend. You see, every time I spend $1, I put a penny away in a jar, and...
No one has ever wanted a long, drawn-out explanation of how people save money. $40, that's what it will be, and be grateful it's only that. If you weren't so obviously grotesquely poor, I'd charge $80.
$80?
Fine. You've twisted my arm. $80 it is.
Oh, my. This is all
We'll
just...
throw in this zested lemon rind to sweeten the deal.
Can you still taste the bitter?
Of course.
Deal! A new pair it is. Oh, Kalukale! Today's the day. At long last. Today's the day my new boots will arrive. Can you believe it?
Listen, buddy, I just asked you for a quarter.
Yes! It took all my quarters and all my dimes and nickels, but I was able to pay for it. So long I've waited, and now they're mine.
I'm gonna go be derelict someplace else.
Yes, I must be on my way as well. Thank you for spending another morning with me, friend.
Please stop calling me that. Hey, buddy, you're not telling other people we're friends, right?
Goodbye! This is it. My last turgid footsteps. My last soggy bottom morning. It's me, your favorite customer.
It is a great shame that such fine work will be wasted on you. But you paid me, so at long last, they are yours. Come see.
Yeah, sure. That's great. So where are they?
Here, the finest pair of boots I've ever made. And now, they are yours. Go into the world, go and tell everyone how reasonable my prices are.
Johnson! Late again, I see.
Sorry, sir. I was just picking up my...
My word, Johnson. Those have got to be the most remarkable boots I've ever seen. How in the world can you... No, never mind. Just please accept my apologies for calling you late. It must have been just too early. Please laugh with me. Or I guess I'll wait until you laugh, or...
Pardon me?
You're pardoned! And certainly, sir, it is me who should be begging pardon. Hey, everyone, come look at Johnson's boots. Look!
Boots? Johnson? More like, whoa, hey, look at those new boots on Johnson.
Those really are spectacular.
You know, Johnson, you gotta celebrate a pair of shoes like that.
Celebrate shoes? They're nice, but...
Of course, you wouldn't know about it because you've never had anything nice. But we all agree that nice clothing is cause for celebration.
I can confirm that is tradition.
And I, being your boss at a low-level government job, insist that I pay for it, and it be held at my house.
None of this seems correct, but
Just say yes.
Oh, I'm just so flustered from all the compliments I've been given to this point that I
Say yes or you're fired.
Yes.
Good. We'll meet at my house in the good part of the city where I assume we all live relatively close to. Now everyone work a full day without talking to anyone else. I'll see you all tonight.
Wow, so many of these houses have roofs. I don't know how anyone can afford to live like this.
Nice boots.
Thank you. They cost me everything I've ever had.
I don't care.
Such nice people.
Johnson, you're late.
I'm sorry, sir. It's just
Which is perfectly fashionable. Come in. All right. Now everyone quiet down. Let's not forget why we've all gathered here tonight. To celebrate John Johnson and his fantastic new boots. Never has the post office been graced with such a fine footwear before, and I'm certain we will never grow tired of seeing them. But more importantly, I'm sure they'll never lose their natural luster and beauty. One cheer now for Johnson.
well, thank you all so much for this. I never could have imagined spending everything I've ever had on a single pair of shoes would have ever gathered such a response. I'm so happy you all abruptly stopped picking on me and seemingly entirely forgot how poor and ugly I am. I suppose it's true what they say. Money really does buy happiness.
Hold on. Let's not get carried away. No one asked for that cheer. Now, Johnson, I hope that, being that, after all, this is, of course, your party, you'll be staying late into the night? And will be drinking more than any other person?
Well, actually, I was just about to head out.
Ha ha ha. A fine joke from a fine man. Drink up. How's about one more cheer? Hip, hip, hooray!
No, really, they don't have streetlights in my part of the city. I really should go now.
Nonsense. Don't forget, even outside of work, I'm still your boss. Now drink up.
Oh, jeez.
All right. Well, we'll let you go now. You have a good rest of your night, and don't forget, 4:30 comes awfully early, and if you're late again, I'll fire you.
Of course, sir. I'll never forget about that. My, it sure is a cold one. And even here, it looks fairly dark. No need to worry, but the trip will be quick thanks to you, Boots. Let's get to walking. the last street light. Well, I've walked this way 100 times before, and no need to even think about anything. Life is finally going my way, and that's the way it's going to stay.
Hey, nice boots.
I'd tell you about how I got them, but I know you folk don't care.
Nonsense. I'm not one of those rich jerks. I'm a regular, like you.
Oh, well, in that case, it all started at the moment of my birth, when my mother couldn't decide what to name me.
Yeah, sure. How about you just tell me whether or not they're expensive?
Oh, exceptionally. Well, why, you could sell these for more than $80.
Well, that's very interesting. Say, how's about I help an old guy like you cross this here intersection?
Such kindness. These boots really do change everything.
You have no idea how much I like a pair just like them. Why, I'd kill for 'em. Or beat a guy savagely and leave him in the street.
Well, I'm sure if you, like me, struggle your entire life in a menial, low-level government job, you too can put all your eggs in a single shoe-shaped basket.
One can only hope. Now let's get to walking right over there to the dark side of the road. I've got a friend who would similarly like to gaze in envy at your feet.
Well, that's to be expected. Let's get to walking.
There we go. Almost to a spot so dark, no one could see what we're doing.
Odd way to describe the dark, but not in the least bit inaccurate. Why, you could be a copy editor if you put your mind to it. Oh.
Well, what if I put my fist to it?
Pardon? I'm not sure I understand this new slang you kids are using. Oh, ow, oof, oh, ow, oof, oof.
Vlad, keep kicking him while I take the boots.
No, please. Anything but that.
Yoink! Let's get out of here.
The boots! Well, I may have lost everything, but I still have my health. Perhaps I can earn enough to get a new pair. Yes, that's what I'll do. Now to just get from the middle of this intersection.
And there you have it. It just goes to show that sometimes it's better to live a normal, miserable life than ever try to excel or even bring yourself up to any kind of standard of living. Join us next week where we explore the life of two orphans separated at birth. One becomes a nobleman and the other a pauper. The moral of the story is that no matter how similar two people may appear, some are just naturally born better than others. But that, of course, will have to wait until next week.